Hey guys, it's Sim Queen, and today I'm back with another speed build. So this is the first build that I'm going to be doing on, what is it called? The Crumbling Isle, which is the island in Windenburg. And for my save file, I'm imagining it as an island that was always there but never built upon, and so now it's sort of newly developed. And these houses are quite modern, especially compared to the rest of Windenburg. I feel like each neighborhood is vastly different than the other ones, which is kind of fun and interesting. It definitely gives some variety to Windenburg. So for this island, the description says that there's a lot of high-end real estate on this island. So I decided to go for, I'm thinking contemporary beach house is what I've got in my mind. Almost lake house, even though they're on an ocean, so I guess beach house, I don't know. Contemporary though. And so this one, I wanted to do a build where I could sort of play with platforms a little bit. I didn't want to have too much going on, but I haven't used platforms really at all in any of my builds, mostly just because I am afraid of them. So I don't really know how they work, and I just don't have a lot of ideas for using them. And this one, I wanted to sort of make it my tester, because for the next build, I want to use a lot of platforms. So this was kind of just my way of sort of introducing myself to it and finding a way that it would work, especially for this build. It's very small though. This is almost a tiny home. It's got one bedroom, and you'll see that I kind of keep expanding the walls just a little bit because it was still a little smaller than what I wanted it to be. So here I am playing with the platforms for the first time, realizing that you place them against a wall and it deletes the wall. So that caused some problems. It worked out though. I eventually figured it out. One thing I haven't done though is actually play test this house, which I should definitely do, because I have no idea how this is gonna work. It's a bit weird at first to get used to, and you kind of wonder like, are my Sims gonna be able to step over this? But I've never seen them have problems with them before, because I do play with them in my Let's Plays a lot. I just download them off the gallery. Of course, I just let someone else do the build because I'm too afraid to use them. But yeah, my Sims don't usually have an issue with them, so I feel like that's gonna be okay. I should definitely test it out and make sure, but I just loved how this turned out. Even with the small platforms, I used one as sort of like a, I don't want to say patio, but like a stoop, I guess, for coming out of that front sliding glass door onto the balcony. So I used that. I mean, it doesn't really make a difference there. It's outside. There's no walls or anything. But the living room is all on a platform. It's just like one step up from the rest of the house. And that seemed to work out pretty good. I feel like Sims would have no issue getting up there. There is like a fence on the top. It does make doors and windows a bit weird, so you kind of have to finagle with them to make it work. But for the most part, I think it worked out pretty well. They're not as scary as I thought they would be. For this house, I thought maybe a younger couple could live here. Maybe like, I don't know, career driven, not planning on having any kids. They'll spend most of their days here. No pets or anything like that. That's kind of what I had in mind. I feel like they just work a lot, and I feel like it'd be a privilege to live on this island because, I mean, there's only going to be a few lots. It's a brand new development in an old world. So I feel like living here would be quite special and probably expensive. A lot of these houses are going to be quite pricey. I don't remember what this one came out to be. I guess I could check, but yeah, I don't quite remember. I mean, it's pretty small, but I didn't hesitate with putting a lot of items in. I just used whatever I want. I didn't really go with any sort of budget. I do not like building on a budget. It is not fun. Nobody wants to work with a budget. I don't think it's fun. Except when I'm playing the game. That's when I don't mind struggling with money, but when it comes to building, I don't want to have any sort of limitations. That's why I use all the packs too, because I feel like I bought them, I want to use them, and it just, yeah. I don't really build for people to download on the gallery because I don't get a ton of downloads. I mostly just build for videos, so to me it doesn't really matter if I use a ton of packs because I don't get a ton of downloads anyway. I would much rather just go ahead and use them. This living room was really hard to work with. I think I had to expand it just a little bit because it was not working. It was just too skinny and narrow, and I had envisioned putting in a sectional because I haven't used them yet, and the fireplace wasn't working out, so I did have to get rid of that. One thing I noticed with the platforms is that sometimes things will sort of, I don't want to say clip, but glitch a little bit. So like that TV stand is supposed to have legs, but the legs went right under the platform. And then that happened with a chair as well. Whenever I tried to put them in the corner and sort of rotated them a little bit, they just kind of sat down like the platform wasn't even there. They're supposed to be raised up a little bit. So I didn't think it looked that bad with the TV stand, so I just kind of kept it how it was. Not that I could fix it anyway. I did try and it didn't work out, so I just kept it. I don't think it looked too bad. But yeah, so the room was just kind of coming together. I went with a lot of browns and blacks. This contemporary style is really something I'm comfortable with. I would never decorate my home this way because I don't like it that much, but I find that it's an easy way to decorate. It just kind of works. As you can see, I tried to put that chair in the corner and it just kept slipping down beneath the platform, so it did not work. I put a plant there instead. But yeah, so this contemporary style, it's not really my style, but I find we have so many things in the game that go with it. It's really easy to use that design. So it's usually my go-to choice just because the game makes it very easy to work with, and it's not too cluttery, which is also makes building a little bit easier as well. This bathroom, I wasn't a huge fan. It looks like a jail cell. I did not like the bathroom. I didn't know what else to do with it. I wanted to put in a skylight, but I had no idea how to do that. I've seen it done before on YouTube, and I guess I should pay closer attention because one day I'm gonna want to build a skylight, and I feel like I should know how to do that. I just feel like it would have brought in a more light because that bathroom has no windows at all. It's kind of in the middle of the house, so, and the tall walls. I think that's what it made it feel like a jail cell. And the concrete really it didn't help. So not a huge fan of the bathroom, but there wasn't much I could do. But now we're into the bedroom, and I am happy with how that turned out. This also has a little platform for you to like step down into the bedroom. The platforms, they're fun and they're interesting, but they're also quite difficult to figure out. And I don't know, maybe that's just me. I do see people using them a lot, so maybe they're not that difficult, but for me, it's hard to figure out, and I plan on using them in a really big way for my next build, and I'm quite nervous about it. I feel like I'm gonna have to do a lot of editing to cut out all my struggling with that, but we will see how that goes. I'm looking forward to trying it, and I hope it works out. I've got a lot of Pinterest boards for inspiration, and I'm really hoping it comes together because I have a vision and I've been thinking about it for a long time. I think I've just been looking forward to building on this island for such a long time because I like the idea of building these sort of contemporary beach houses, as I call them. Not that this is really the beach. I mean, it's an island where it seems like you could not go swimming. It seems like there's a lot of rocks and waves, and it seems a little bit dangerous. So I'm not even sure why I'm calling them beach houses. They don't go to the beach. There's no swimming really. It's water to look at. I think that's what makes this island so sort of pretentious and high end, is that you're not here to like swim and have a good time. It's the view that you pay for. So that is also, it kind of makes this whole island a little bit pretentious, but I think that's kind of fun. I'm excited to create Snooty Sims to live on this island, with all their riches and their fun backstories. I think it'll be fun. So this one, like I said, is going to be like a younger married couple. I was thinking very career driven, and they've got, I mean, I wouldn't say they have a ton of money. This is a pretty small house, but I think you'd have to have quite a bit of money to afford one of these houses. I did not hold back. I used as much as I could for these homes, and this little patio area was actually, I don't know what I was thinking for this. I had a vision and it doesn't look at all the way that I thought it would. I do move the table and chairs to the back because I thought it just made more sense, but now I'm thinking I should have kept it there. So I don't know. For the screenshots, I might move it back to the front because I think I prefer it there. Now I'm just adding in some landscaping to sort of fill in this area. They don't have a yard really. It's a pretty small lot, and I used most of it for the build, so there is no yard. They have like a little back porch. That's pretty much it. I was hoping to put in a pool, which is crazy because There's definitely no room for a pool, so I don't know what I was thinking there, but hopefully the next lot can have a little bit of space for a pool. The next ones are 30 by 20 lots. There's 2 of them, so we'll see what I can do. It's going to be interesting. But that is pretty much it for this build, just adding some final details to the back of the house. If you guys enjoyed this speed build, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.